Max. Hi, in this video I'm going to talk about myself, Daniel. Daniel by Daniel. 1. Daniel is a natural at Tai Chi Chuan, reading, praying, writing children's books for adults and late bloomers. A late bloomer is a person that, I think my mom was 26 when I was born, whereas I didn't have my children until later, right? And that was because, why was I so slow at having children? The first reason was because I didn't do much when I was 16, when I was surrounded by girls. And I chose not to because I didn't have a money skill. That was the only reason I didn't want to do anything with them. I didn't want to leave children all over the place like my dad did. And there were so many opportunities at 16. And I used to be so obedient. In Chicago, 2 girls used to come visit me. One was 16, one was 14. I was 14. They used to sing to me Menudo, the song from Menudo. Dame un beso, ahora estamos solos, es hora de besar. Give me a kiss, now we are alone, it's time to kiss. I didn't do anything to those 2. And then at 16, I was sent to Honduras. And there were so many opportunities there, but I didn't do anything, only because I didn't have a money skill. I had very little confidence. I was very slim, very skinny. I didn't do weights. I didn't do exercise. I didn't know how to fight. I knew I needed to learn, though. You see, you get confidence from being able to take care of yourself in a fight. Your confidence actually prevents the other people from attacking you. It does. Now I'm one of those old guys that I say, oh, everybody can defeat me, which is just about right. Especially soldiers. I hope all of these soldiers can defeat me. If they can't defeat me, gosh, they don't even have to be special forces. They should be able to defeat me. I worked with a group of men once, and I saw how strong they were. They were doing things like carrying equipment, and I was able to carry these boxes, but these men, I worked as a laborer, right? And these men, they were skinny guys, but they wouldn't get tired all day long. Whereas I wanted to go, I wanted to go take a nap after 2 hours that I was with them. You know, I mean, I was with them the whole day one time, but I was like, wow, 2 o'clock, it's time to be outside. That's when I learned that if you deal with concrete, those guys are in the sun most of the day. And the guys that deal with like carpentry, they could be inside or outside. Siding is outside work. Painting, that's both. They're more like the gentle people, the painters. It's almost like you can tell how rough people are by what kind of work they do. Alright, so Daniel is a natural at organizing, donating things. Yes, what I don't need, I pass it on. Avoiding negative people. Yes, avoiding negative people, places, and things. That's a good one. You gotta avoid people that are, like, I had a coworker, he used to call me, "Good morning, fruitcake." And he was a chef. And I was a security guard, and I had no idea he was name calling me, you know. I was thinking, he's a cook, he's a chef, he's calling me fruit cake. I like fruit cake. I had no idea that he was trying to bully me, you know? That's what they do. They call you names. And I was like, it totally went over my head. That means when it goes over your head, it means you don't understand what people are talking about. That was just... It's like I was visiting Auschwitz. I think it's in Poland. It's a prison camp by the Nazis. And so I was walking around in there, and I didn't know what it was. I had heard about Hitler. I even knew that he was born in Austria, you know. Things like that. I read that in 6th grade. But here I am, 16 or 17 years old, 17, and where am I? In Austria, 7 countries in Europe. Yeah, you really didn't know where you were. They don't go on these European bus tours. Pick a country, pick a city even, and stay there for 30 days, all right? But none of this 7 countries and, I don't know, probably 14 cities per 30 days. I mean, you won't even know where you are. Nowadays you could, because the camera will tell you where you were. But I remember one time there were so many churches and we went into one and then to the other. Oh, who was it? Was it President Kennedy? He said no more churches? No, it was Roosevelt or something. No more churches. Yeah. I read, I saw a documentary on Eleanor Roosevelt. And when she married her husband, Mr. Roosevelt, he told her, they went on a honeymoon to Europe, and he finally said, no more churches. I mean, there were so many. You get tired. You really get tired of walking around all of these tourist areas. If you're going to go to Europe, I recommend you do it when you're 50, because by then, have your kids when you're 20, so that in 30 years, yeah, the kids will be 30, and you can go to Europe at age 50, because it's not fun. At 50, you can still walk around. At 60, in the United States, you're sleeping all day. That's what my mom does. Or you don't want to go anywhere. So, I'm good at organizing. Daniel thinks it's important to read the Bible, to pray, to sing, to worship as a family. I haven't done any of that yet. We're barely starting to have dinners together because we call out my daughter's name. Come on over here, what grandma does. Come on over here. Come on over here. No, I already finished. Like I almost got a yelling yesterday because I started eating before everybody else. I mean, sometimes there's no chair, you know. I mean, I don't know what happens. People move these things, and I just go in there, I grab my chair, I sit down, I start eating, and then my mother says, "Are you going to wait for the rest of the family?" And I'm like, I keep eating. All right. Daniel thinks that it's important that you learn a trade, a money skill, and that you are always respectful. When is he the happiest? I'm the happiest when I'm with my son or with my dog. Plus when I get sex. I'll say sex. I don't necessarily say with whom, but when I get sex. Of course, I'm old and I'm sort of like, if you don't have cash and you don't have a car, you're sort of like stuck somewhere, you know. For a young man, like I met a couple of them and I said, gosh, you are a tradesman. You are rich. And then he says, no, not really. I mean, I have 2 girlfriends and, you know, that. Oh, gosh. He doesn't have enough money because he has 2 girlfriends and he likes to drink. I'm not going to spend my money on drinking. On food, yes. On tools, yes. On something In Spanish, there's a saying, primero lo que da y después lo que quita. First, spend your money on what gives you more money. Then, on things that take your money away, but give you pleasure. For instance, the first thing you should buy would be perhaps a tool or this bed, all right, because you use it every day. However, a swimming pool, now that's an extra, mister. All right, a swimming pool, that's something that takes money away. Instead of buying that, buy a saw and learn how to cut wood with it. That's a skill that it will eventually you're going to need to cut wood and to build a boat, you know. Enjoy your life, be better than I am, and Focus. Have you heard of DJ Focus? He's a boy that invented his own radio station in Africa. Enjoy. All things are possible to him that believeth. I can do all things through Christ who strengtheneth me. Even I can achieve something in life. I was reading a book about people that didn't start doing anything until they were past 60. Oh well, do something important with your life. Take care of yourself.